Hi everyone, it's Sarah here. How's it going? I hope you're having a great day today. I have 2 bits of misinformation I need to put right with you today. Plus, I'm going to be sharing a little bit of God's divine plan with you. So the first misinformation regards Yeshua, Jesus' name, Son of God. So I quote from my higher self, Son of God was a title, not a literal meaning. And this is really important. God is the energy of love. God is the energy of creation. It is inside everything you see. It is inside you. It is an energy. It is not a person sitting on a throne that can have children. It is purely an energy. And every other religion understands this and sees God as this. And the Christians, which make up, according to Google today, 31% of the world's religious population, are the only religion that has dubbed a person as the Son of God. But it wasn't literal. He's not actually the son, a son as a boy. It was just purely a title. But when he comes back, and it is coming up fairly soon, he is going to become a world leader. And he has to be accepted by all the world's religions. He will not be accepted by all the world's religions if he has the title Son of God. So it is a title that we do need to lose. The second is regarding Judas. Now, there were 3 souls involved in that lifetime. The first one was Sananda, and Sananda as a soul played the role of Yeshua, Jesus, Joseph the father, and Peter and Matthew, amongst others. And another soul was Herodia, and Herodia played the parts of Mary Magdalene. Well, actually her name was Maria of Magdala, so we're going to call her Maria Magdala, and of Anna, the grandmother, and of the disciple John, and of Judas, and of Herod, and of Dana from the wedding of Cana, amongst others. And the third soul was called Aloia, and Aloia played the parts of Mother Mary, Mary of Bethany, Nicodemus, John the Baptist, and little James, amongst others. So everyone else involved in that lifetime were the same 3 souls. I just don't know who belongs to which soul at the moment. They're the ones that I do know. And so my soul is Herodia, and part of my divine mission is to bring the truth about Judas and also to bring peace about Herod. So Judas, first of all, the whole crucifixion was all pre-arranged. Yeshua knew he had to be crucified, and he knew he was going to be resurrected, and it was all pre-planned. And so to make it feel legit, it had to be as though he was betrayed by someone that was close to him. And so he actually asked Judas to betray him. Now, Spirit showed me Judas's love for Yeshua, and it was huge. He absolutely really loved Yeshua. And Judas said no. He didn't want to do it. But then Yeshua reminded him that he had a soul contract. So before we incarnate, before we are born, we will agree to do certain things. And so Judas, that being, had actually agreed to betray Yeshua, and he had a soul contract to do it. So he didn't have a choice. And so he did it. And then obviously he didn't want the money. That's why he threw the money down and said he didn't want it. And he went off and hung himself. It wasn't through guilt. It was through absolute despair and grief. And then that being has had lifetime after lifetime of suicide, because everybody's wrath and anger and hatred has gone on to that poor being and onto my soul, which is why it's part of my divine mission to tell the truth. Judas was really innocent. Judas loved Yeshua, and he was made to do it, unfortunately. Somebody had to, and it was his role. And this is important because at some point in the future, and it's not too far away, everyone from that lifetime is here on the planet now, but everyone on that lifetime is going to be on a stage together. And Judas actually needs to be applauded for his bravery, not booed off the stage. So this is why this information needs to come forward now. Regarding Herod, it's slightly different. My soul belongs to a soul group, and we bring in people when humanity wants to go towards God or wants to go away from God. We could bring in people to do this. And so all the big players in the world, all the good, really good people, and all the really bad people, they all come from my soul group, and all the ones that need to bring change. And Herod basically played a role. He was a 12th dimensional angelic being, and it was his role to do this. But there have been so many people throughout human history that have done something really atrocious like Herod did. There have been, lots of pharaohs, the Mongolians, look at the Russian leaders. There have been many people that have done this type of thing. And humanity judges them for it, but actually they're just playing roles. And what happens is, say, let's take Herod, is that before Herod was born, he would say to, there'd be lots of souls waiting to incarnate. If you want an incarnation where you only want to live for 6 months or a year, come in and incarnate with me, and then you can leave. Because as a new soul, there are lots of new souls being produced all the time. As a new soul, you might only want to come in and be on earth for 6 months or a year. And so anyone who wanted that came in and was with Herod and, was killed as a baby. But that was the choice they made. That was a choice their soul wanted. Their soul wanted that for the experience. And so everyone that we've judged through history as being bad, people hold hatred and resentment to lots of world leaders, lots of people that have done atrocities, that kind of thing. You actually need to find it in your hearts to forgive, because you actually need to forgive to ascend. If you don't forgive, you don't ascend. And so we need to forgive these people, because actually they were just here playing roles, and anyone who wanted to die came in and died with these people. It wasn't these people that caused people's deaths. It was all pre-chosen and pre-planned. Nobody kills a soul without a soul's permission. A soul always chooses how it wants to die and when it wants to die, etc. And so you need to find it in your hearts to forgive these people, because they're actually just playing roles. So they're the 2 bits of misinformation I want to clear up. A little bit of God's divine plan. There will be 3 main players. Yeshua is one. Maria Magdala is another one, and I'm going to be sharing a bit more about those roles in another video. And the third one is, we're going to call her, she is Ascended Master Tara. She is also known as White Buffalo Calf Woman, and she will be coming in to bring peace and harmony and freedom to people, and do big healing with the planet and for animals and that kind of thing. She has a link to every major religion in the world through her past lives, and so she's going to be coming in first to kind of pave the way. 2 other beings who have important roles are Mary of Bethany, and we'll talk a bit more about her in another video, and the being who is Nicodemus. Nicodemus is actually in a female body this time, and she will be playing a role as well. Okay, I hope you found that interesting. Much love, many blessings from my heart to yours.